All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here at the First Alert Desk. My name is Alan Devlin. It is, what is it? August 2nd. I got to remember sometimes because we started the month on a Tuesday, which kind of made things weird for the most part. Want to make sure that we have our audio up. TJ, would you mind checking for me to make sure they can hear me? I can hear myself. We should be good to go. You guys should be able to hear me. If you can't, let me know in the YouTube comments right now. From wherever you're watching, I want to jump into today's top stories because there is a couple of things going on that I want to be able to talk to you guys about. Won't take too much of your time as always. We try and keep this thing short for the most part. But I want to start off over, we're going to go down to College Park area where we've got reports that a Delta plane actually blew a tire upon landing there. And in the last, 30 minutes or so, Delta officials confirmed with us that was the case. They said the plane was coming in for a landing, and it ended up being a rough landing. The tire blew as soon as they touched down, and a lot of that landing gear got really, really hot, overheated. The plane stopped there on the runway, and they were able to safely evacuate everybody through the slides on the side of the plane. This all started out with us just getting word that a Delta plane was surrounded by emergency vehicles there at Hartsfield. We had no clue what was going on. We later then put it together, figured out that's what happened. Only one injury reported. That could have been a lot worse considering there was a malfunction of the landing gear, but that plane is being removed from the runway. All of those people were transported from the plane to the terminal via a shuttle bus that was sent to get them out on the tarmac. They're trying to investigate right now how that tire managed to blow, but all is well at Hartsfield, and Delta is continuing to run operations there normally as planned. So if you've got a flight out of Atlanta this evening, you should be good to go. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about here is a story that has been captivating a lot of our state for the last several weeks now. A mother of four, Imani Roberson, is missing, and she's been missing since mid-July, and the story keeps getting stranger and stranger because recently her car was found burned. Nobody inside, but the car was found burned, damaged, and right now police and her family, anyone that knows her, begging for anyone that knows anything about her whereabouts to come forward.
They say they've spent hundreds of hours searching for Imani. Now her mother is speaking out and hoping the public can help in the search.
She lives 2 streets away and visits almost daily.
It's been 2.5 weeks since Clarine saw Imani Roberson, her daughter, who she talked to every day.
Over the course of the last 20 years, I have lost 3 children. Please help me bring Imani home.
Clarine says Imani, mother of 4, stopped by her Conyers home for dinner July 16th.
She left my home about 5:30 on Sunday evening after we had dinner, en route to her home with her 2 children, and has not been seen since.
Imani's mother reported her missing the next day. Investigators say the 29-year-old white SUV seen here was also missing from her home along Plantation Boulevard that she shares with her husband and young children.
We have continued to work with our local partners.
On July 27th, more than a week since she was first reported missing, investigators found a car matching the description of Imani's SUV in South Fulton County. The car was burned from the inside out. The sheriff's office confirmed the SUV belonged to the 29-year-old, but still no sign of Imani.
We are going to continue to search and investigate this case until we find Imani.
Imani's family is not giving up on a safe return.
Anyone who thinks they may have seen her or the car, please, there is no detail too small.
All of Imani's children are safe, and anyone with any information at all about her whereabouts is urged to call the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office. Reporting in Conyers, Rachel Aragon, Atlanta News First.
Yeah, that is insane. That is insane. And they're still looking for the woman. And so if you have any details as that search goes on, give a call to the sheriff's office. They need all the help you can get. You heard her mom right there saying they could use any tip they can get. All right, last thing I want to get to here is dealing with Fulton County and this jail. It has been the target of a lot of attention for the last several months, years, honestly, I should say, but it's really coming to a head now. We know the DOJ is investigating the jail and the practices that happen there, but what we've got is a new proposal that could upend the jail, create a brand new one, but the money's got to come from somewhere. Patrick Quinn is going to pick it up from here. He's been following this story for quite a while.
I'm Patrick Quinn outside the Fulton County Jail, where today county leaders, they approved a measure to find money to finance a new jail here in Fulton County. They estimate this new jail, it could cost $1.68 billion. Now, an important point of clarification, this does not approve the jail itself. This just makes it easier for a county manager to find the funding mechanism to fund this new proposed jail. Again, the reason commissioners say, and the sheriff's office says, is because of aging conditions inside this jail. In fact, the sheriff says that parts of the building itself are crumbling and inmates have used those crumbling pieces as weapons. We have also learned that there have been 5 deaths inside Fulton County jails this year. This measure was just passed today by Fulton County leaders. It will have to go through a number of measures before any money is shelled out, and it could certainly fall on the burdens of Fulton County taxpayers.
It certainly could. And so that's where that stands right now. And so if you are in Fulton County, you want to have better facilities, but there's a bottom line. The money's got to come from somewhere. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with here. But what I am going to do before I let Patrick take over, I want to take you guys outside really quick, because what we have here as he walks over, you know what, Patrick, here, take this mic.
Yes, sir.
Here, now I'm on with you, so now we can both kind of be here. I would throw up the camera so you guys can see him off camera, but I'm not going to. I just want to put up the beautiful skyline here. Where's that at? Rim 14. How about this? We're going to go boom. And
Let there
beautiful.
be image.
Let there be image. Look at our city.
Gorgeous.
Don't you love it? Gorgeous. Beautiful. Patrick Pete is here. He's going to walk you guys through the weather because, unfortunately, it's not going to necessarily stay like this the rest of this week. We could have some issues coming up. Right, Patrick?
Multiple opportunities for issues, man. Showers and storms possible as we head through the next 48 hours. 2 first alerts to tell you about. So let's go ahead and get cracking. It's a first week for some kids back in school. Some kids actually just went back today. And unfortunately, just as you're trying to get used to your routine, it's been a while. Unfortunately, Mother Nature is going to come and complicate things just a little bit. So we'll have to break down this and some new data that we have on the shower and storm opportunities that we're tracking for the next couple of days. So here's a look at what we're tracking. This is what's coming up next down the pipeline. First alert for Thursday, showers and storms. Multiple waves of this, and Thursday specifically, we have the potential to see some strong to severe storms. We'll break down those hazards coming up in just a sec here. And then Friday, more of that same energy moving back into the region. If there's any good news in the forecast, it's that Saturday's trending drier. A lot of folks off work Saturday trying to get out by the pool, and it looks like we're going to at least have some hours to do that. The rain chance is at about a 20% chance, and it looks like the bulk of us are going to be dry Saturday, so that is a win. We just have to get through these 2 first alerts. The first of which is tomorrow, level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. We are talking about the potential for damaging winds in these storms, heavy downpours, frequent lightning, could see some small hail, but also there's going to be a little bit of a spin in the atmosphere, and we could see a brief tornado. So that's reason for us, of course, to be weather aware just on the grounds of that. Here's how the day's going to unfold. I do think that we'll have some spotty showers around in the morning. I do see that being pretty isolated. We'll see clouds around, and we'll see showers and storms moving in from Tennessee around lunchtime to our extreme northern communities. Could see that fall as far south as North Metro by 12, but the better chances for most of us to pick up on showers and storms will arrive later in the afternoon. So we'll be watching that roughly 3 to 7 time frame for widely scattered showers and storms. That's going to be where that greatest potential for us to see some of those stronger storms fire up and push through the region. And even as we head into the late evening, there's still going to be some lingering moisture around. So I do suspect that we'll have some stuff on radar. We'll start to lose the energy that would be needed for there to be severe storms, but still some thunder, still some rumbles, and still some heavy downpours going to be possible through the overnight hours. We'll just see that coverage not quite so widespread. But because we have clouds, because we have showers and storms, temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow. I think some locations are going to struggle to get into the mid-80s, but that mid to upper 80s is where most of us fall. We'll get to near 88 here in Atlanta. And then a first alert for Friday as well, as we have that rain chance. And right now, and I want to make sure that we're clear, especially with this Friday timeline, this is energy that's going to be flowing around an area of high pressure. This isn't necessarily like a front or one specific boundary that's moving in. It's just going to be a series of complexes that are going to develop to our north and west and eventually sink further south and east. So the timing could slide, especially for these storms on Friday, just because of this setup is probably, from what I've been able to see for the last 7 or 8 years, this northwest flow is typically something that's very hard to nail down as far as like that hour when this stuff moves in. But we can give you a 2 to 3 hour window of where we expect those storms to slide in. So give us a little bit of grace with this Friday timeline, but here's what we're expecting to shake out. Scattered showers and storms to fire in sometime between roughly 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. and linger around for a while, and then gradually we'll see those rain chances diminish. There's still going to be some activity on the backside of that, but it'll be more isolated. So you see how later in the afternoon everybody's not picking up on it. Looks like the bulk of that will be just to our east. So some of our easternmost communities could see some of those showers and storms through the late afternoon and early evening. But the rest of us will see things trend a little bit drier. As far as the humidity is concerned, it's just going to be around. And it's August, so we're built for it. We're Southerners. Most of us are either Georgians or we're transplants to Georgia, or we're from not too far away, so we understand what this humidity is like. We know to drink plenty of water, take frequent breaks, and probably not try to train for a marathon at 11 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll want to do that early in the morning or late in the evening if you're trying to get geared up for any of that. Meanwhile, 7-day forecast shows those 2 first alerts really dominating the forecast the next couple of days. That's going to cause temperatures to dip a little bit below average. Saturday is looking like the sweet spot in the forecast where we are expecting lots of dry time, but showers and storms will return. At least that potential looks to be there Sunday, late afternoon, early evening. And then unfortunately, that unsettled weather pattern is going to dominate the forecast as we head into the beginning of next week. Wednesday's forecast is looking to trend a little bit drier, but we'll be hanging out somewhere near seasonal temperatures for the next 7 days. So take you back outside real quick. I'm going to swing over to YouTube. Thank you everyone that's at home for joining us while we're streaming on ANF Plus, and also for everyone that's over here on YouTube. I see there's a lot of you over there. What's up, YouTube? How are y'all doing? I see a lot of people that are streaming right now at this moment, so I wanted to take the time to say hey and wish you a happy Wind Down Wednesday, and hopefully you have that First Alert weather app so that you can be notified if any of these stronger storms fire up in your neck of the woods. So we'll leave you with the 7-day forecast. I don't see any questions over there, but I do see some comments. And if you have any questions about the forecast, shoot them there now. Otherwise, we will have some fresh data coming in at 8 and 9 o'clock, and we'll be going through that in the 9 o'clock newscast and 10 and 11 o'clock newscast for you as well. So you can catch us there. For now, I'll leave you with the 7-day, and I'll see you on the airwaves.